Hello, hello, it's just Pigsy doing another video. So, just driving around. That's nice of you, thank you. Just getting away with that. In the wrong gear, really. It's just between second and first, so it's right a second. Any other research? I've got an OMAD. Well, or fasting generally, and I hear a lot of stuff to do with having a kind of long fast and an OMAD snap together, maybe two OMADs and a sort of 2-day fast, which is different. And then people would say they'd have a kind of what road is. They'd have a larger meal for the long fast. And then I sort of think, well, is there any point? Now, what they probably are doing is, what you probably want to look at is food that moves slowly through the body. So I'm going to need to start looking at food that detox the body. So I'll get paid tomorrow, so I probably can invest a little bit into things. I might get myself some grapefruits. They're meant to be quite good for detoxing the liver. So I might have to have a little look at different foods. Yeah, because I can eat anything if I go OMAD. The long fast can be a little bit too taxing on the body, but if I'm looking at the length of time something's in the stomach, so if you're still getting nutrients out of the food, getting a bit of a dry cough, then you can do a longer fast because it's still in your body, and by the time it actually comes out the other side, you're already 24 hours in, so you're still going through the process really. And so it's easy, but if you had something that ran straight through your body in a shorter space of time, then no, it wasn't so great. Like things that bind into your stomach, like yogurt for instance, it's very good for your nerves and stuff. Maybe it's the magnesium, releasing the magnesium. And it's going to be, because it takes the time in the stomach, it's not going to get through your system straight away. It's going to coat your stomach. And then if you can stick it with certain bacteria in your stomach as well, you can get live cultures in yogurts. So there's different ways. So that's probably I probably need to do is keep a record. And it might sound weird, maybe of bowel movements and stuff, a bit bizarre. But am I going into what's going in? Is it coming out 12 hours later? Is it longer? I had a mad craving for it. I don't know. I decided, I'm a bit wrecked. I got a cold. I'll have a kebab. So I had a large kebab. I thought, well, body's saying you've got to have some meat protein. It wants meat protein. And I put lots of chili sauce on it, and I put garlic. Now, if you're a vegetarian, that horrifies you. I'm sorry, but you play your imagination somewhere else. It was cool, and I ate. So basically, I ate this massive amount of food, and I didn't really show it either. I just ate it pretty quickly. However, I've had the runs, and maybe it might have been the oil was a bit dirty I was using for what I cooked up this morning. But I might cook up something completely different. And because I've eaten this giant kebab, I'm thinking I may go, because I ate it at 7 p.m, I may go round to a 36 or beyond sort of fast, because I'm in a better position to do that. I found it easier dry fasting though than it is for drinking lots of fluid. With fluid, trying to prompt your body that you're eating, and because it needs to process the water, it still goes through your stomach, and so it creates a little bit of an issue, I think. It's not too major, it just makes it a bit more difficult. So I found a 48-hour rectomy, but because I've had a kind of heavy eat, I should sleep okay tonight. I'd still drink some water just to move everything on, and the fact that I just bloody I was round some woman's place, she's gone to bed, and I thought, oh crikey, I need a toilet, I better go to the toilet here. she doesn't have a lock properly on the door, so I thought I hope she'll come back down now, see me having a crap, and yeah, so it's just blasted out of me a bit. It's a bit sort of grim, maybe a bit visual for you all, but so it's something I ate. I didn't like it. I thought, blimey, my bowels shouldn't be this quick at getting things through. However, maybe it's got quite a healthy reaction, and it could be with the salt blast and the salt sort of flushes and the magnesium flushes I've been doing on my stomach. I've been kicking out the bacteria, so it's always something to address if you give yourself a good clearing. Let's say I had a tummy bug and I wanted to get rid of it, and so I flushed my system. I then might want to put some actual bacteria that does me some good. So getting the old live yogurts, having fermented foods, that would be better. Bacillium sicilium or something, I don't know, I was trying to think of some bacteria I've heard, but there's a lot of things that are in there. And then just re-top it up. But you really want something you can find in nature, because this guy mad, man. Slightly on the white line. Push me over. Oh, I was just blasting. I want to get on his side anyway. So I just blasted it before we boom. And I'll get right in front of him and I can take it. So yeah, just repopulating the gut bacteria. You can do an overflush. But that's the thing, or just ferment the foods. If you're fasting and the food hasn't gone off, leave it out in the kitchen. Let things naturally take effect. Really, let nature take care of itself. And if you eat something that's the air's got to it and things like that, it used to be alright. If it's gone completely rotten, it was bad anyway. It had that vibration, it was dead. It was dead already, it's like a corpse. It just started rotting down. So yeah. So I need to look at that. I need to look at things to add in the diet and create a diet. It's not quite right yet. I mean, I've lost weight, but it was cool, you lost the belly. Well, that's great. So now I've got a big chunk of food, and like I say, it's slow moving because it's got a lot of meat. Yeah, I don't expect it to come out of me anytime soon. I'll be surprised. I guess really, because I know when I've eaten, and I've just had a bowel movement, and that's the other thing, the pressure from eating something pushes everything else out. And I'm sure that was because the meals were split up. I had one this morning, and I've had one at the end of the day, like 12 hours later. We've just got to see really when I next go to the toilet, so I make a note of that. It gives me kind of a window of how long, how long it travels through the body, and then that can be added as a part of the information into the fast. So if you're not going to the toilet, don't eat. Wait until you've gone out a turd and then you eat. Because your body in essence has prepared itself, it's cleared itself. Or you can use that period to push your fast a bit more. So it's just finding that balance. And I'm learning about the food really. About how the food makes me feel inside. It might sound odd, but you can eat a bar of chocolate and quickly feel it's like it's really rich. In the past you could just push through and gobble it all up. But it's not quite the same now. You start eating it and start thinking, oh, what are we eating? Or even just the space in my stomach. I just think, I can't have a big meal. I was okay tonight though. That large, extra large doner cost £7.50. It gone. I didn't bother eating the naan. I just couldn't be arsed with it. I didn't want any of the bread in me. So I might have to list foods I want to take off the menu. You know, it's a bit like I don't really want to have fizzy drinks at the moment. I don't want them to be. I sometimes have a little thing for the Fentimans Coke. I buy that. So I've got loads of water at the moment. I'm just going to do continue the water fast, and that's that. I'm at the moment. I'm going to a place I used to see it was a female friend, and it went a bit pear-shaped. I've talked about it in the past. I won't get into any detail over it. But yeah, I've basically gone back into my normal rhythm. So I pop in there, and I usually get myself some water and stuff. And because I'm looking better, I feel more confident in myself. And then it stirs that up, like what he's lost weight and stuff. You know, if anyone sees me in connection with that person, and it's just positive feedback. That's all I want, positive feedback. I'm not looking for anything from it. Ideally, if you bump into somebody you used to know, you don't want any sort of stressed responses, like they freak out or something. If you do end up saying hello for whatever reason, that would be nice. It's, hey, how you doing? Yeah, good. And then just walk on. Yep, gotta go. And then that's keep it sweet and short. If that happens for whatever reason, sometimes nervous people do say hello without realising it, and things like that. It's a kind of compliance way of dealing with it. Depends on the person. You can do a bit of profiling. I mean, what's the mechanisms in their psychology? Are they confrontational, or mostly likely they would have an avoidance because they would see you quite as a powerful threat if you're a larger man? For me, I'm 6'1", so I mean there are women taller than me and equally as strong, to be honest. But you just get an initial stigma strapped to you, and that's what it's about. Get back into the normal swing of things. Don't let anything stop you being who you are. And like I say, in the right headspace, your normal self, you don't care. I mean, I care if I look for a relationship. I have to correct people that keep on going on about it. They said, oh, you have to find something. I said, well, look, the way I look at it is I'm a whole person. I just want someone to complement my life, or complement each other's in some way. But I'm not looking to fill the gap. I thought that initially, but I realised that most of the work you've got to do to change yourself and balance yourself out, and that when you're loved up, it's kind of like you've just gone off the deep end, mental illness a little bit. You're trying to adopt your a version of the person, and the person you see is you're seeing it through some sort of lens that reflects your own psychology. And this can be an issue when people fall out of each other's as well, because you get kind of framed as like, oh well, all men are like that, or this is toxic or whatever. So how people approach things when they go wrong can be quite sad as well, because you can get kind of tarred by a previous relationship. But it's the easiest way out. You can turn around and say, yeah, well, you know, you guys are like bloody needy and you know, whatever. It's whatever's thrown out there. It's like not really. You haven't really done anything, sort of thing. So anyway, that's kind of like onto the psychology. My brain's been wandering a bit. But I had to eat as well, because I've got some throat thing going on, and I was feeling a bit of hunger creeps in, and well, it wasn't really. I just felt like I need more energy. I could run down, and the mood as well. The mood's dropped. I mean, I don't care too much. It's just playing on your mind about things, you know, a bit silly sort of stuff really, but it doesn't matter at all. And then you've got to look at both sides of the story. So you play out a scenario in your head, you know, is it a positive one? And then you've got to play out the worst type of scenario in your head. You know, the one that could come about, like, let's say you've been over contacting someone, not that I have, but in circumstances where somebody has been, or it's been prolonged and they've had bad experiences in the past, they may assume that you're going down that route, and they may get a restraining order on you, or they might get police involvement. And even though your intentions were all good, it doesn't take a lot to do that. So So just got to keep your head quite clear, make sure your intentions are fine. And if you kind of sense this in your bones, like this is a bad move, really listen to your guts and say no, then don't do it. I mean, having a few bad thoughts as well. Like I had like some deja vu, and it was like having a car crash, which isn't much fun. And I just thought about it and thought, well, I'd be extra careful. And I think just acknowledging it in my head seemed to have changed the outcome. So I didn't think I was going to slam into it, but I could have. If I was impatient, it could have happened, to be honest. Because I saw one car and I saw this other car. But it was so fragmented, the deja vu. I just remember the road layout and seeing it before and feeling like I saw it months ago. Even the bad stuff seems to be already preordained. It's a bit fucked up. Why would I want that in my life? Why would I? Maybe I'm being warned, trying to, the higher self or whatever's trying to give me a bit of a heads up. So maybe the purpose of that is acknowledge the event and change it with your consciousnness. Will it? If you don't do anything, it will come out. The outcome will be the same. But I had this a long time ago. There was I basically went into meditation with my mate, and I sensed that I'd have a car crash. No, I was on a motorbike. And I ended up, oh, little cat there. It's all right. And yeah, the scene was that basically I got squashed between two trucks. And at the time I was in my 20s. So I vowed to myself I wouldn't get a motorbike, or I would avoid driving for a period of time. And I did, really. And then but weirdly enough, I got past, I got into my 30s, and I thought, well, I needed to have something with a bit better wheels to get about. And I got this scooter, and my parents were sort of stressing out, you're going to crash it. I was very careful with it, so I learned how to drive it alright. And then I just moved on to driving a car, which is a bit more safer. I've had a few near misses with the scooter, so I kind of have a preference to the car. I know motorbikes are fun, but if people don't know how to drive with stuff on the road, or people on other scooters can be bloody dangerous. I had someone undercut me on a scooter when I was going to turn right. And yeah, if I zoomed out, I could have effed up completely. What's this dude doing? Look at this. It's a one way, that's why I didn't like it. But yeah, I mean, I could have come in a scooter, I could have been in the back of him, I could have gone in front of him and he'd just run me over. So it wouldn't be much fun at all. So anything else on the OMAD? Yeah, it's just really just like the bowel movements and things like that I'm looking at. And how you react to it, and also how loose you are. So like I say, I mentioned I had this diarrhea, so something in there, it didn't like my stomach, and I guess this, with the chili I've had and the garlic and stuff, it should be okay. But I'm gonna go just flush it out now. Just not take a flush, but just drink water and relax. I'm tempted not to, because I'd like to drive fast a bit. It depends. Normally I find by the time you get into the next, going towards sort of like 36 to 48 hours, it's easier in a dry fast mode than it would be, I think, a water fast. But there's probably a lot more I've got to take it, you know, it's just like levels. It's like a quest, you know, on these quest games, and people level up. So that's what I've got, some leveled up ability. I gained keto power or something. Keto man, that's what I'll turn into. The ultimate form. I can just absorb energy out of the air or something. God knows. Right, spit up my arse, and that's what we're going here. We go indoors. I'm fed up and tired now. Lovely. So yeah, I just have to keep you informed. But really to get some things that are really going on that you need to have more probably interesting. However, you're at different stages in your life, and and some of you might be doing sort of OMADs and stuff like that. Anyway, just a big sign off, and I'll speak to you soon.